Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and as we kick off the Yuletide season, again, it seems the British public have been writing a list and checking it twice of who has been naughty and nice. Shall we see which figures and groups are top of both lists? Little hint, as if it weren't obvious, everyone at the top of the naughty list is in politics, which is sort of why I'm talking about it. And absolutely nobody at the top of the nice list is. Go figure. But first, for daily political commentary, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. So, a little bit of Christmas polling. Only, I'm afraid it's not going to give you any great insights into how politics will play out over the coming years. But top pollster Ipsos have been surveying people about their naughty and nice list. So, who's going to get a shiny new bike from Santa this year, and who will be copying for the lump of coal? Who would you say should be top of the nice and the naughty list this year? Now, as this is a political channel and the naughty list is absolutely rammed full of political beasts, let's start with the naughty list. So, in sixth place was Piers Morgan, which is quite interesting. I always think, and although I would put him higher out of this list of six, of course, as you'll see in a moment, but I always think he's a strange character because on the one hand, yes, he deserves to be on the naughty list. He was absolutely up to his neck in it over the phone hacking scandal, even though he wasn't convicted of anything. But as an editor, it was impossible to not have known, really. And of course, more recently, he completely went off on one. I don't know what Meghan Markle must be some sort of voodoo priestess or something, because triggers him every single time. And of course, sucks up to Trump and all the usual. But then we remember in 2020, when he was pretty much the only journalist holding the government to account over their handling of COVID. Absolutely tearing ministers to pieces over it. So, strange character. But I think on balance, yeah, deserves to be on the naughty list. Fifth place is Keir Starmer. Unfortunate, but there you go. He's not made himself a popular little bunny, has he, of the last few months, which is unfortunately, he wouldn't have featured on this list had it been 2 weeks after the general election. All went a bit downhill from there. However, the good news for Keir Starmer is that the people ahead of him are, of course, even higher up the naughty list. You've got in fourth place Rishi Sunak. So people are certainly not minded to be forgiving him just because he looked a little bit more human and statesmanlike after becoming leader of the opposition. That isn't enough to rescue his reputation. In third place, Nigel Farage. And then in second place, Nigel Farage's sugar daddy, Elon Musk. And then you could probably guess who's going to be in first place if we're going to have, Elon Musk in the top of the tree there. We're going to have Donald Trump as the star on top of the tree. So the three naughtiest people on the list are all populist gobshites, which gives me some faith in humanity. But the spread across the naughty list does show just how little faith there is in politics right now. Because you do notice, the top five are all what you would call politicians. Elon Musk, bit tenuous, I suppose. But given that he's going to have a role in the next US government, he's not elected, but you can still call him a politician. And even the sixth place one, Piers Morgan is a political beast. He's a political commentator and journalist. And I do hope Labour are taking it as seriously as they indicated. And they don't just expect, we'll build more houses and give people more money and that'll do the trick. It'll help, don't get me wrong. But I think we do need more fundamental change than that if we're to restore trust in politics. And you need to restore trust in politics if you want to reduce support for populism. And maybe we need to do it quite quickly. But then there's the nice list. No politicians on this. It might have been interesting to see a top 20, I guess. But there are no politicians in here. There are very few actually political figures, in fact. Let's do the rundown. So in sixth place, Dame Judi Dench. So actress, beloved actress. Then you've got Alan Bates, post office campaigner, the Horizon campaigner there. The closest thing there is to any sort of political link, but of course, not a politician or a political commentator, just simply someone who campaigned for justice. In fourth place, Team GB for the Olympics. Now, of course, Olympics year, that's quite common. If it had been a World Cup year, you'd have probably expected the men's or women's teams, depending on which World Cup it was. quite common to have sports people up there. Again, great unifying force. Third place, Prince William. And then in second place, Princess Kate. She's upstaged him. And then in first place, NHS staff. So basically, you've got one of our favourite actresses, a campaigner against injustice, albeit one whose work needed a TV drama to get noticed, the most prominent group of athletes of the year, 2 senior royals, because the royal family are actually really popular in this country, despite how that might upset some people, and top of the list, comfortably, those who treat our injuries and illnesses, help give birth to our children, and provide some comfort at the end of our lives. So it seems to be clear where the public stand on various groups and people. They appreciate people who unite us, entertain us, a David against Goliath character, royalty, and those who look after us. And they really don't like politicians or those who weigh in on politics. Probably means me as well. You could perhaps even look at this, as I say, considering those who are unifying forces as nice, those who, can have someone who supports Reform UK and someone who supports the Green Party side by side enjoying themselves, and those who divide us as being the naughty ones. And by extension, people see those in politics, in whatever capacity, as being dividers rather than unifiers. But who would be on your naughty and nice list? Put it in the comments below. But there we are. There's a reduced schedule for this Christmas, though there will still be content each day and a Christmas Eve live stream at 4 p.m. this afternoon. If I don't see you there, have a good Christmas. I'll have a couple more seasonally themed videos over the next couple of days, then back onto the breach. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.